guys, welcome back to another Fantasy Baseball recap. Today, we are going over matchup 7. This was from May 23rd to May 29th. We still have a lot. We're almost halfway through. Whoops. We're almost halfway through the year. But let's go over the matchups. I played Kevin this week. And we both tied. This is the week of the ties. I tied with Kevin, Jason tied with my uncle, Patrick tied with Ryan, and then there was only really 2 winners. Anyway, Kevin had more runs than I did for somehow, because I got all the other hitting categories. He also had a better average. I think I needed this to win. If I wasn't going to get runs, or I wasn't going to get strikeouts or wins. Same thing with ERA. Average and ERA was where I lost this matchup, but I did good on saves and whip. There's nothing really here. Jason beat my uncle by only 3 runs, so that, and my uncle beat Jason by 3 RBIs. And the average are very similar, so this was a really close matchup. Evan beat Noah in 6 categories, only lost in 4 categories. That was the hitting categories he lost in, and then the saves. Everything else, Evan did good. And then Garrett beat Kai by pretty much everything. So that was actually really interesting. There were a lot of upsets as well. I also, what's it called? I also changed my team name, to the Judge, Jury, and Executioner, because of Aaron Judge. So basically, the recent activity was that I added another closer and I dropped a starter because I wanted to get the saves category over on Kevin. My uncle dropped Hunter Green, who's starting off strong and then is doing worse. I ended up adding Miles Mikolas back and dropping Mike Clevenger because all he's done is get hurt. It's been hurt. And then Kevin, he added Mackenzie Gore and dropped Alex Wood. That was the most recent transaction. Wow. Kevin keeps finding these studs. That's crazy. So that was the recent activities. Let's go to my team. We're still looking good. Luis Robert, he's been out for a while with an injury. India, Scherzer, and McGill, they're all going to be out for a while on the IL. Joe Ryan is out with COVID. So, yeah. Alright, so I have... Oh, Josh Hader's back, so I can drop Camilo Duvall for another starter. So I'll do that after this. But Contreras, Mountcastle, Trey Turner's, all 4 of these guys have never been moved. They've been in the same slot unless they have an off day. Same thing with Brian Hayes and Aaron Judge. Taylor Ward has been moved because he was hurt for a while. And then Chris Taylor's just on the bench. If someone's out, I just put him in the lineup. But recently I've given Adolis Garcia a couple of games, a couple starts, because he's been heating up a little bit. And then Schwarber, he's kind of going on a cold streak, even though he hit a home run last night. So that's why I keep him in the lineup. And then that's pretty much it. So now let's get to what you're really here for, which are the power rankings. So, staying in first place is me. I like to keep all the people that have tied in the same spot that they were, at least, I think. At 2, my uncle stays at 2 because he tied. At 3, Evan moves up because he beat Noah, who was the previous 3 seed. 4, Ryan stays at 4. 5, Kevin moves up to 5 from the 9th spot. Just because he might be finally turning the corner. At 6 is Kai. He just has too good of a team to be that far down. At 7, Noah drops a couple spots. 8, Garrett moves up because he beat Kai, who was the 6th seed. Jason moves down to 9 from the 8th seed, and then Patrick moves down from the 7th seed to the 10th seed with a tie. So those are the power rankings. That is the weekly recap. Sorry for the no face cam. But yeah. Thanks guys for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later.